Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Small Account Challenge on Day Trade with Tony. It is today, Thursday, the 2nd of February. Well, second trading day of February. We started this Small Account Challenge on January the 17th. And so far, we've slowly but steadily been growing the account up until today. And what we've been trying to do is grow the account on average 5% per day until we get it to a reasonable sized account. We started it with just under $2,500 on the 17th of January. So 2,956, I think, was the was where we started, something along those lines. Anyway, just under 2,500. And as I say, we've been looking to grow that 5% per day. Now, today we started with an equity position of 5,378, which basically meant that we were looking for $270 as our target for the day. Rounding numbers, 5%. We're looking at, if it was 5,400 that we had in the account, would it be 2,700? So that's exactly what we do. We round it up slightly to the nearest dollar, and we're looking at $270. That was our goal today. We took two trades. We traded Lucy, which was it's not actually called Lucy, it's called Innovative Eyewear. Now, they announced a distribution agreement, and they popped up. We got green on that, took some profits with that, and then it started to pull back, and we cut it for a loss. We ended up being break even. I say break even. We finished $16 up, so it pretty much covers the cost of the trade. In net terms, it's a scratch trade. So we were very cautious on what else we were getting into, and I'll show you the trades as well. But we're very cautious about what else we're getting into. And then Gaucho Group started to move up. They announced that they'd been granted quite a substantial equity credit line, 44 million, and they just took off. They went all the way from less than $1.50 all the way up to nearly $6 in the space of an afternoon, in the space of kind of 3-4 hours. And I traded it with the small account first, got green on the small account, then I went up to the large account and got not just over goal, but we doubled our goal on the large account. And then I came back to the small account when it reached kind of $5, or the break of $5, and rode it up. Did get hit a little bit on a big flush backwards, and I traded it one more time and recovered the losses plus a bit. So I was quite contemplating just getting out after it wiped out 50% of my gains, and then I got in on the last one. I changed my mind. I thought I'll have another go, and I got in, and it was worth it because I made not just the what I'd lost, but a little bit besides. So let's take a look, shall we? So first thing we traded was Lucy, and we traded Lucy. Started to move up, very big on the day, and I traded this in the large account successfully, and then traded this in the small account here, just after the top of the hour, as it started to make its move up. So we got in here, and we were looking for the break of $5. So we got in as we broke new highs here, and we took some profits as it broke. So we got it at 490. It took some profits at $5. It pulled back, and we actually got out at 480, I think it was. So as it pulled back again, so we ended up almost scratched. We made like $16 on Lucy. Pays for the trade, not much else besides. So I was hoping that we would get a breakout above $5, because then I'd be able to take a larger position on here and make bigger gains. But it just kind of sold off, and right now it's trading half this size and continued to sell off. So it's now trading at a little over 220. So then we traded Vino. So this wasn't doing much across the course of the day. As you see, the VWAP here was like 150. It was underneath the VWAP. Not a lot happening, not a lot of volume. And then it announced this line of credit that it got, and it just went up and into a halt. Resumption in another halt. Resumption, gap up into another halt. Gap up again, and then it started to move down. And this is where we traded it on this account as well. So what we were looking for, it got called out in one of the guys, I think it was Fraser in the Day Trade with Tony Discord, called this out as this, and the catalyst as well. So it made sense that we would take a look at it. So as this moved up into a halt, he looked at it, announced it in the Discord. It then resumed into another halt. When it gapped up, that's when I looked at this and I got in for the break of $2.50. So break of the $0.50 into another halt. Took some profits when it resumed. So it resumed. I actually took some profits on this candle here, and then when it started to make its move back up again, took some more profits. Added to the position down here. Took some more profits up here. And then put a stop in place. It started to pull back, put a stop in place, and we got stopped out on this candle. So we're a good, at that stage, I think we were about 600, put a trailing stop in place, about $600 in credit on this particular ticker. And then we traded it later in the day. And just as it was looking to break $5, we came back to see it. And this is where we started to trade it as it broke $5. First time it broke $5 was here. Kind of a bit of a fake, double top. So I was a little bit wary there as it pulled back. But then we got this pump up, and I was able to get on that as this moved up and went up to 540. It then started to pull back. I got stopped out, and then it made this huge move up to 570. I was able to get in on that as well, and I was 2,500 shares. Up at the top here, and it flushed down. I got in because we got stopped out on this move here, so I got in here for the break of the $0.50, 2,500 shares. As it moved up, I didn't even have, I was just getting cocky, getting a bit overconfident, didn't have a stop in place, and it flushed down. And by the time I managed to get out just before the whole dollar, 505, so I lost a good $0.50 on that 2,500 shares. So after this move up, we were about 2,900 up on the day, 2,900 up on the day. So when I got in here for the break of the $0.50, making new highs, breaking the $0.50, and it flushed down, it wiped out almost half my gains. I was, well, it's actually more than half. I was down to just under $1,400 in profit on the ticker on this particular stock. So I was a little bit reluctant to get back in. And then it made another move back up here. So as you can see here, it started to move up. I'm kind of not getting in here, and then it made this little pop up. As it bounced, made a new high, that's when I got in. Put a stop in place. So I went in for 2,500 shares, put a stop in place, got stopped out as it pulled back, and then it came all the way back down to $5. So I thought, okay, well, if it bounces at $5, it's going to make another move back up. And I wait for a candle that makes a new high, which was this candle here. And I got in here, and I was able to get in. It came back down. I doubled my position, and then rode that all the way up and got out to the $0.75 position at 575. It did, again, a bit of a hard flush. Didn't trade it any further, but we'd already made back what we'd lost on this flush down here. So we're now $3,221 up on this particular tick. We're just under 32.40 on the day, off a $5,500 account. So that's a 66% gain. Well, close to. So it's 60% gain on the day in terms of equity. Now, this particular stock, if you look at it on the 15-minute, you'll see what I'm talking about. Look at it on the 5-minute, it's probably even easier. Look at this. It's moved up from well, closing price yesterday, just over 120, all the way up, closing back 580, I think was the highest price on the day before the close, 598 after the close, 370%. It's moved up 370% intraday. So happy that I was able to get not just a portion of that, but a large portion of that, both on the small account and on the large account as well. So Gaucho Group or Vino, we do like a glass of wine, was essentially paying the bills today. So small account smashed today, absolutely smashed. We finished the day almost 33, well, just over 3,200 up on the day. What does that look like on the account? So, given that we've had all green days, granted, yesterday was actually a negative day net, but it was a green day by the end of it. Thank you, Meta and Facebook. But if we look at what we $87 green yesterday, but as I say, it was net negative. So let's look at the reports where we actually are now. That was our biggest gain of the day, biggest gain of the challenge, biggest gain of the year on this small account was that Gaucho Group trade that we've taken today. And as we grow the account, of course, being able to take larger positions or being able to utilize, higher price stocks, moves with higher price stocks, it does help to grow the account. So we started with just under 2,500. We've got 7,200 in profit. So we're approaching that $10,000, very rapidly approaching that $10,000 mark. But 7,200 up in profits growth, and we're on an average making 660, which is absolutely better than the 5% that we're looking for. So yeah, we've done really well with this small account just by being selective. One of the things that's really set us going on this small account, we've now got a sizable account to trade quite aggressively with, and what set us on our way with this account is trade selection. When there's been nothing to trade, we just haven't traded, and as a result, we've had very few. I think we had 2 losing trades yesterday. Everything else went in our favor. We had 2 losing trades and 2 scratch trades is what we've had so far this in this challenge. And if you look at the number of winning trades, 18 winning trades out of the 20. So that's an 81% trade selection accuracy, 81% going in my favor, because just being very cautious with what I'm trading, waiting for those A+ setups. So it really is about being patient. And what's helped me be patient with the small account is that I'm trading on the large account, so I'm not getting any FOMO. I'm not taking any boredom trades because I'm using a large account. I'm waiting for that A+ setup, and I'm taking that with the small account. And yeah, so we're growing this account fantastic. After today, we should have just over 8,000 in the account. Just having a look at where we'll finish net today. So about just over 2,800 net, and we were 5,300. So a little over $8,000 on the small account. We've grown it from $2,500 on the 17th. So in less than 3 weeks, we've more than tripled the size of the account. So that's amazing going so far. So that's what we hope to continue. We're still only tracking and targeting 5% per day. But on days like today, it's like make hay while the sun shines. If we can get 5%, great. But if we're trading a stock and it allows us to get more, then even better. So to get over 60% growth on today by trading that one stock is an amazing achievement. So we'll be doing it again tomorrow. We may have some runners tomorrow. There's a few IPOs due tomorrow. It's Friday. We've got quite a few earnings dropping this evening after hours. Will they impact the wider market? Will that create a bit of volatility for tomorrow? Come back tomorrow, an hour before the market opens for the final 60 minutes of the pre-market session. We'll do it all again. Hopefully I'll be trading the small account, and hopefully we'll trade profitably across the board in the main account and the small account. So that's 8:30 East Coast, New York, or market time. It's 1:30 here in Dublin. It's 1:30 in the UK. Come join me then, and we'll do it all again. I hope to see you there. In the meantime, take it easy. Enjoy your evening. Into power hour. Off. Stupid. There we go. Off. I'll stop. Break even or bust. Once we've got over that $5, we've now got leverage. What a great day on the small account. Over $1,000 on the small account. 20%. Getting cocky then. It's getting cocky, very cocky. There we go, 25. In. Just lock it all in. 3,000. Oh my good lord, that's a beautiful trade.